action.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm doing a Duramax head gasket job right now. It's 2014 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. It's got the 6.6 liter Duramax in it. Well, you know, I worked on a million different things, and I know it's something that, you know, I can do here in the shop, in the garage, and doing it for a good friend of mine. And, you know, Lord leads the way, and He puts things in their lives, and you got to act on it. So that's kind of what we're doing here. But I just want to show you guys something. A little bit of a warning on the Duramaxes. First of all, I've always been open to buying one someday myself if I ever have enough money. They're beautiful trucks. They sound amazing. They drive great. They're extremely smooth. There's a lot of really good things going on with these vehicles that a lot of other manufacturers just don't have. However, as we're sitting here tearing this apart, if you're a do-it-yourselfer or if you work on vehicles, you do maintenance and whatnot, I just want to show you a few things up in here. So, first of all, if you ever notice about the Duramaxes, a lot of the vehicles that are in, they got a pretty short hood area. They got a small hood, and the reason for that is everything in here is packed extremely tight. So, roughly 30% of the motor actually sits behind the front of the windshield. And so, if you're going to do any kind of this maintenance yourself, what they do at the dealership is they lift the cab. They take the cab completely off just to get to anything. You know, if you got a turbo leak, you want to tighten a bolt, you got to pull the cab off. And I am very much about do as little as you can, and if you can get past it, you know, maybe bruise a finger, whatever, just get past it. I've done that a million times. On this one, we started off and we did everything we could, you know, from the top and inside the engine bay. Now, when we were getting to some of the exhaust bolts and all of the exhaust piping, turbo bracket, just everything that is behind the motor, which is well back tucked away underneath the windshield firewall, and there was roughly an inch of space between that and the firewall. And some of those bolts, they're half inch bolt head, and you know, some 13s in there, 13 millimeter. They were probably torqued to 40, 50 foot-pounds back in the day. However, after a little bit of heat soak and some time and a little bit of rust, it took roughly 150 foot-pounds to get some of those off. If you have an inch of space and you don't pull the cab, you're going to have to pull the cab. So, just a little tip here. What we did is I loosened the driver's side cab mounts. There's 3 of them, plus you got something small up here in the front clip. And then same thing over on the passenger side. You got 3 body cab bolts, or cap bolts, body cab. You got one more up in the front there, but we lifted this thing. It's roughly 8 inches off the frame here, and I'll take that. So I was able to get up in here a little more, but man, this thing is absolutely tucked in there. And these are the little bolts I'm telling you. I measured the torque, and it took about 150 foot-pounds to break these loose. There's 12 on the back side. It's pretty tight. That was rough. My hands are beat up. We're about 20 hours in. The cylinder heads are going to be off in the next hour or so. So I mean, we're not doing horrible. I think the all data job says about 36 to 40 hours. So if that's in a shop with a lift, you pull the cab off, we're not doing bad for just a, you know, little garage shop. You know, nothing against these vehicles. I just want to put it out there. I myself was very open to buying one of these someday. After working on this, because I do all my own work, I don't think I will ever buy one. I mean, the turbo they put in the valley of the motor, bolted down. Everything is just so tight, it is unbelievable. The wiring harnesses, the fuel lines, I mean, it's a little tighter than I think it needs to be. And I think I don't know why they designed it like that, but you know, I've got a Cummins outside, and I've done head gaskets on those before. After about 8 hours worth of work on this one, that's about how open and free the Cummins in my third gen Cummins is. So that's just kind of how it is, but figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a little information on that.